The Mousetrap is a mystery suspense play by Agatha Christie. Arguably, perhaps one of the most famous plays in the world, because it is definitely the longest running play in the world. At this point, it's approaching the original production, which opened in 1952, I believe, is approaching its 25,000th performance. Still running, never has closed. I think so. But everybody's always asked not to reveal the ending, so people keep coming because they can't figure out that ending. And basically, the story is about a young couple who's opening like a guest house, a manor house out in the English countryside. This is the first weekend it's been open. They have about 6 guests that show up, and one of them is apparently a killer, and the rest of them are trying to figure out who is the killer and what they can do to stop him. So that's the basic premise. I mean, it's been used 1,000 times since, that basic premise of people ice, because they're trapped by a snowstorm, a blizzard. They can't get out, so they have no help until a young policeman manages to ski to them to help them. I have this is my 3rd time directing the Mousetrap. Although the last time I did it was approximately 20 to 25 years ago, so it's been a while. And each time it has been, I like the play. I do like the play. It's entertaining. I tend, in my normal directing career, I tend to like things that are a little more out there than this. But I do like the play. It's very entertaining. And each time I've directed it, it's been because someone approached me about directing it. It's never been a play that I said, hey, let me direct this. But each time I've been approached, and each time it has worked out that I could do it. And each time I've enjoyed it, although I will say, this time is the best, because I think I know a little more about directing than I did 25 years ago. What I'm really enjoying about it this time is the characters who are real characters. They all have their eccentricities and peculiarities, and I feel like this production is I'm doing a much better job, and the actors that I have are doing a much better job of bringing out those eccentricities, because that's part of the fun of doing these British mysteries like that, particularly Agatha Christie's, where every character is a character and an eccentric and has some kind of secret, and it's all hidden, and everybody's trying to figure it out. And there's also a lot of humor in this play, at least particularly in the first act. There's a lot of humor, and I think I have found that more humor is coming out this time than the other 2 times I directed it, because I'm trusting the material a little more, maybe, and also because the cast is doing such a good job of bringing it out.
Well, as Mrs. Casewell says in the play, she's a bloody old bitch. That's it, just to wrap it up. I mean, that says it all. She has no redeeming features, and then otherwise she seems totally heartless. I mean, you really want to smack her in the face. You just really want to smack her, don't you think so?
Well, she's not a bitch, as opposed to Mrs. Boyle. I think that she puts up a good front, I think, in a lot of ways. She's sarcastic and funny, but a lot of that is, again, a good front for a seriously wounded individual from what she's had to go through, and we won't go into detail because that gives too much away and everything, but there's a lot of stuff that she's had to try to overcome, and certainly through her force of will, she feels that she's, sort of barged ahead, moved forward, but there's a lot that you can't overcome no matter how hard you try. So I think that's what she's struggling with still, trying to move forward from the past, and the past all of a sudden comes up and clubs you right over the head like a baby seal. What?
It.
You have to see the show.
can't remember.
Well, I've been doing it for the past 6 weeks, directing these people. So, as far as the mystery, I can safely say I did not do it because I'm not in the play. I'm responsible for this. I'm responsible for it.